Hello and welcome to my nightly stream, my weekly stream, where I'm gonna practice. And tonight I chose to play some different music from the game World of Warcraft. I just got a comment that it's very suitable for the violin, and I completely agree. I play the game myself, so that's why I notice all of the great music it has, but it also has a lot of music that is suitable for the violin, and even is a violinist that plays it originally. And I thought I would start with something that is my favorite from the game, and it's actually from the expansion that I started playing with. That was the Wrath of the Lich King, for anyone who plays the game. And I think that was legendary. Also, the music from there, and one of my favorites is the Grizzly Hills. And I got this idea that I would record it. This is not a practice, actually. This is just playing it through, and you can listen to it. And then I think I'll just record it. Now I have the time, and afterwards I'm gonna practice on something that I just wrote the music for today. So that is Elwynn Forest, and some music from the War Within. So some from the Isle of Dorn. If you play the game right now, it's the expansion that is live. So yeah, but for your ears, just gonna start with the Grizzly Hills, and that is something that I'm good at, I could say. So yeah. Oh, this is one of my favorites to play. Um, and good evening to you. No, I didn't receive any chocolate eggs today because it was yesterday that we held something Easter with our family. And so, well, yeah, I did. I got a lot of chocolate, so I guess I'm gonna eat it all, and then I'm just gonna focusing on working out afterwards. So, but now just on tea. Mm? And the Razer Pro. Oh yeah, the webcam. Yeah. So as you can see, I'm using my GoPro cam again. I got it working. Apparently, it has to be, even though I have the power on, it has to be fully powered on, or fully. Oh my god. Yeah, fully charged. That's it. Fully charged before plugging it in. So now it works, but I sort of have my eyes on a Sony camera, so I think I'm gonna save up for some time and just have this for the moment because I know that the webcam is very good also, but oh, I would love a camera that has a focus and a blurred background and yeah. So yeah, thank you. I felt tonight I just feel like playing some from the start, just playing and chilling out and playing some of my favorite WoW arrangements, and then I think when it's time, maybe in a 15 minutes or 20 minutes or so, I will jump into what is needed to be practiced because that is also something from World of Warcraft. And actually, I have to say, some of the World of Warcraft music is actually quite difficult to play, and I think it's because that I listen to this masterpiece of a whole orchestra, and I wanna include all the instruments, and I know that only capable of two or three notes at a time at the violin, but that is also very challenging to play two notes at a time. So it's perfect. I give myself those hard pieces to play, even though no one asked me to. But anyways, I really love those, so makes me happy. Let me just see. Then I have something called Howling Fjord that is really good also. Also from the same expansion. And actually, I also got this cool new feature. When I'm gonna write my music, I'm gonna show you the notes as well. I can just show you here. Ooh. And then I can zoom in and I can show you what I'm writing or show you what I'm looking at. But for now, I'm just gonna close it down, and then when I'm gonna write the music, I'm gonna show you as well. Howling Fjord. Sorry. So not much of a melody as the first one, but I still think it has some. It has a great feeling to it, and almost like meditation. I think I had some thoughts about all of this music that I'm arranging and playing and practicing. I would love to make some stationary videos out of it. So recording and doing something that is looking nice that people would like to watch or has to as a net background or something like that. And I thought that, here in Denmark I live very close to the forest, and I thought it would be very nice to go there with my GoPro camera. It actually records in 4K, and I don't know, find a tree or somewhere maybe I can sit down and just record that. So it's on my project here after Easter. I hope it's gonna be great. I would love to have some kind of setting that I'm using for my videos. So now I have my live stream and I have my recording sessions, and those recording sessions should be real videos at some point. So that's what I'm working on. And maybe the first time is gonna be, I don't know. Just I have to try, and I have to try and fail and try again and be okay with that. So it's an era of YouTube. Yeah. So this was Howling Fjord. I think I would like to take one more. What should that be? And if I'm gonna record it, I have to practice it up again. So it's just run through, see how long time that was since I last practiced it. Sorry. I'm sorry to my violin. I'm sorry. So it definitely needs some touch up since I last played it, but and I think the last time I played it was, for anyone who knows the game, that was when the expansion were out there. That was Shadowlands. So I guess I can't remember when it was out. I think it was 3-4 years ago. Something about that. I'll just try it once more. Just a bit slower, I think. That's it. So on. So that was something called, or a zone called Revendreth from Shadowlands. I think I also made Ardenweald actually back then. Yeah, I did. Yeah, let me just try it. Let's see. Call Misty Lake. Yeah, I don't know if you're talking about an area that is. If you do, I don't know where that is, but I think it suits. Yeah, it would suit a place where there is a misty lake, I would imagine. But I actually think more about that for the Howling Fjord, because I imagine that it's like this kind of Viking boat that sails through the, yeah, that would be sails through the mist, the fog, and very dramatic. Actually, we have a Viking museum here in Denmark, but I think that would be maybe a bit much for a video. But well, you have to think big, I guess. Okay. Mm. Know that. Mm. This is kind of fun because I wrote this myself, so it made sense at one point, I'm sure. Um, but it feels like it's someone else that wrote it for me just to piss me off or something like that. It's not. Hmm, let me see. Okay, I need to listen to it online to see what I have done. Let me just see. Unreal. And you know, if you play with a lot of confidence and you just practice it a lot, it would make sense, I'm sure. But it's somehow when I'm unsure, so then it doesn't. Well, it sounds really bad actually. But that's the thing about my practices. It has to be real. It doesn't have to sound good all the time because I'm just showing myself practice. And yeah, so thank you for being a part of my journey, being a little bit unsure and out of my comfort zone. It's really nice. Unreal music. Let me just see. Hello and welcome. Can I? No, unfortunately not. I'm not sure that I know any Hindi songs, but feel free to send me a comment or send me something afterwards. You can write me a message on YouTube, but I think my email is on there, so you can just send me a mail. That would be great. Every practice is different. Yeah, sure it is. And sometimes you're just in a flow. I remember the last time that I just wrote some music. I don't know. It just came through, and I did it over like 1.5 hour, and I could keep on going. Just had to get some water and such, and then the next day I thought, let's do it again, just the same. And then I don't know. I wasn't in the creative flow at all, and it just felt very forced. So yeah, and oh well, about that, I think I will take out and will some other day. But what I would like to do is take some of the music from Isle of Dawn, some new expansion, um, and then I can just show you a bit of what I've written so far. Um, and I'm using two programs on my iPad. I'm using the one that I write on. So I have my different projects here, and I also use my Fourscore where I have all of my music on, all of my different collections, and both classical, rhythmical, everything, movie music, whatever I play at different gigs. And then I have my Symphony Pro where I write my music. And I'm kind of no, I wouldn't say that I write music because I actually only arrange it. That's more correct to say, but sometimes I do write it with my Apple Pencil, and I do listen to something that I don't have the sheet music for beforehand. So so in a way, I write my music, and sometimes it's not, or most of the times it's not even for the violin for start. So I love to do some music that is not originally written for violin, and just to get the sense of how could it sound on a violin. I think that's great. Yeah. So the Idle of Dawn is here, and it's not very progressed right now. I only wrote the music as I heard it, so maybe I will add some more tunes, more double stops, if you know what that is. It's 2 notes at a time. So if I have the melody, I'm able to add the bass line too, or something like that. So I have it in my ear. That's why I played it so fast. But now I'm just gonna take these off and try start practicing. if I could play the Last of Us theme, I think I would be able. I just saw the first episode of season 2. But right now I can't really remember how it sounds. Hmm. Let me just see. Just a side quest here. But it's something guitar. So that would actually be Patika. So it's really nice, but it feels like a jam of some different chords. That would be nice to work some on. I'll put it on my list. For now I have a really long list, but at least every time I get an idea from you guys or from myself or something like that, I put it on my list, and then I choose some themes for these practices. And if you have a theme in mind, also just write me. But this would be a great idea, actually. Maybe I could just choose this one and maybe some other series. Maybe The Witcher and yeah, I mentioned Vikings. I don't know other shows that would be great in that genre. But that could be a great idea. But I would love to write the music beforehand, before these practices, because when I have it on my iPad, I have a better chance of actually practicing the sound of the violin instead of just me listening to the music and you can see me. But if you like to watch that too, I could do a pre-practice. That's cool. Yeah. But good idea. Yeah, The Witcher. I thought about that many times, so maybe that's the sign of next Sunday. Next Sunday at 7, I will do The Last of Us and Witcher, and maybe a third one. Okay, so just jump back to the Walk Within, just going through, and I also need to practice another one that I prepared today, also some World of Warcraft music. So let me just take this one. I think it's nice, but it needs. It would be nice to have some bass line. It's kind of crisp. Um, I don't know if you can hear my, if you could hear my cat in the background, but it loves to meow along when I play. It's really, it's nice. I don't know if it's because it hates that I play or loves that I play. You never know. Let me just put it down in tempo. Why I don't put more videos on YouTube? It's a very good question. It's I think it's actually the fear of not being perfect. Because I'm very like this is why I really love to do these practices because the idea of being perfect is not something that you can do live. So, and I love to do live concerts and I love to do these sessions. And somehow it's like when I post something on YouTube, I have this feeling that it has to be like perfect sound, perfect video recording, perfect setup. And you see all of these very good violinists out there producing videos that are just top-notch music videos, and I'm like, how would I do that? So the music I can like practice up to a great standard, and I think I am a professional violinist, so it's not there that is the problem is, but it's the production of a video. So, but as I said before, I really need to. I need to get over that feeling. So I decided that I will take my GoPro camera and put it on a stand out in the forest and just let it record, and then I will play along to my own recording. I can just have it in my ear or something. So and hopefully that would produce a video that is worth seeing on YouTube. I know I'm very hard on myself, but it's just, you use so much time on your music that it feels weird when you have to do the real video, and it has to be like this video out there. And yeah, and if it's a mistake is there, but it's not really the music. Actually, it's because I can record it beforehand. I can use a whole day of recording and only stop when I think it's good enough. But it's the video itself. And then I thought I could pay someone to film. And then I thought I'm not that rich yet, so yeah. But I have a decent camera for it. So I just have to get it out there. Just do it. Nike. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm glad to have someone reminding me that it has to get as a real video on YouTube. But I think that's the hard part of being a upcoming musician, because you have to be out there all the time. You have to show yourself all the time. I'm so glad to hear that. Production doesn't matter as much as compared to your skill. Yeah, and if you see someone that is really famous and really has grown a lot of subscribers and has a big YouTube channel, if you scroll down to their first videos, probably is still not that not the same as it is today. So I know that, but it's really nice to be reminded. So yeah, Elwynn Forest is something that, again, I don't know how many is online right now and watching this, but if you play this game, World of Warcraft, then there is something that we would call vanilla. It's the first expansion ever, so I don't know how many years World of Warcraft has been here, but I think it's... Oh, I should know. They just celebrated some years. Embarrassing. Yeah. Yeah, and it's... Yeah, and thank you, Michael. It's I know it's... it's weird that we don't talk about what's difficult. And I've watched several YouTubers talking about it. You just have to keep going and it's gonna get there, but you're already there. So no offense, but it's really hard being at the first stage. And I'm not feeling that I'm in the first stage, because I've played the violin since I was 4 years old. So the worst thing is that sometimes you have I at least have a bad habit of taking things personally, not in a sense that I don't think that people like me, but in a sense that I use all this time, and then you post it and you're like, this should go not maybe not viral, but just this is my life's work. And then it's like, oh, not much happened. And then next time you think about posting on social media, you're thinking, how could it go? How could it get better? And the problem is that maybe it's not even because it's not good enough. It's just you just haven't found the algorithm yet and the people yet, and they come along, and it just takes some time, unless you post some weird video that goes really viral, but then you have the problem that you have to keep going on the same sleigh. So I guess it's hard work, and we should make a club, us doing the growing. And well, actually just sitting here and being chatting and she, yeah, that really helps actually because when I started streaming, I was just glad to see there was one listening, and then I got my first comment that was like really really great, and then here we have some more people in the chat, so I think um, that is actually the way that it goes. Um, so I stream every Sunday at 7 o'clock. So if you want to join in and you have the time, that is actually the thing that helps. YouTube can see that you like my content, I guess. I don't know if they're watching, but maybe they have a robot watching. I don't know. So that helps, and just come along with some suggestions. I will try to play them, or even better beforehand, so I can prepare the sheet music, and I can try practicing whatever you have in mind. Um, and it's easier when I play live. Yeah, it's way easier, and actually, it's way easier to play live concerts. I love playing live concerts, and I'm still a perfectionist, so I still practice a lot before I play live. But what happens, and I actually like the feeling that it's human what you see and what you experience at a concert. And I have tried to play a genius good concert. I was really happy, and then in the last piece, I completely forgot how it started, and I just looked around and I admitted to my audience that I think that I'm too tired because I can't even remember what note it starts with, and people laughed. I laughed, and yeah, and then I just played something else that was nice. A great concert. So, and you're right. I just have to practice. No, I just have to not overthink it. It's really nice. I love these sessions. It's really great. So, as promised, Elwynn Forest. I've worked with this these couple of days, not practicing. I haven't even touched it on the violin. I only wrote the music, and I have such if you want to hear the original, just go in and listen to Elwynn Forest maybe afterwards, or if you can do it along the way, I don't know. But as you can see, I really have a really hard time figuring out what kind of rhythm it has, or what kind of how it goes. So I have some feeling that it has 2 and 4, and then it has a bar of 3, and some more. So this is really challenging, but it's if you play World of Warcraft, it's a very famous song from the first expansion. So hmm. Hmm. is it doing there? I have it in my ear too. Sounds good when I have the music in my ears. I have completely no idea how it sounds for you guys. I hope it's not too bad, but yeah, it's gonna get there someday. Someday. Yeah, musician playing some street, that's true. Because yeah, you get the reactions from people and so. Maybe actually if I also just put the if I film recorded one of my concerts, maybe that could do too. Hmm. Actually, we're not so good as street musicians here in Denmark. Actually, I tried. I went to Slovenia for a vacation once, and they said, "Well, just go down on the street, and you will like get a lot of audience." And I was like, I tried that already in Copenhagen. Not so much. People are very in a hurry, and but there, it was like all of a sudden there were 50 people around me. So it actually depends on the culture and Yeah, no, now I'm also talking bad about my own country. I don't mean it in that way, but I think that we're not so much into stopping up and listening to music as much as other countries do. Or maybe it's just such a cold weather we have. Maybe that's why. um, but I could try it for a video. Actually, when I'm recording, I would like to record in one of our forests where there are actually some um, some paths that people use for walking, and maybe that would create an audience, just an audience in a forest. Maybe that could work. I could try that. So yeah, 5 minutes left. Let me just take it once more with my video. And again, I think I will have to work a bit more for this because I think it's not. Maybe it's not suitable enough for the violin, but yeah, I'll just. Yeah, and doing collabs, that would be that'd be great. So who would that be? Like, let me know if you have some ideas. Hmm. Oh, this is great. I love this. Okay, so it's gonna rain the next few days. And so, of course, I can't do it in rain because of my violin. So, um, I thought about going out to the woods. What is it today? It's Sunday. So, I thought about going there Wednesday. So, I could. Let me just. I'm just checking the weather again. It's has a bit of possibility for rain Wednesday, but the next weekend it looks really nice. It looks like sun and 10 degrees, 10 degrees Celsius. So I would say that next Sunday, when I do my stream, I can update you and tell you that I recorded the video and I'm editing the video. I could do that. Thank you so much for your last comment that I inspired. I'm just real. I feel that I'm not even prepared, but I know that's not the point. But I just sit here and just let my thoughts ramble out of my head, and just my love for music, love for violin. I know that I'm doing a bit much of here and there. I'm doing both gaming music and rock music, some country, some all of it. But it's just me because I just love to do different genres. I think that the main focus is that the violin is a great instrument, and I think it's so challenging and fun to do different genres. But thank you for listening. And next Sunday I will do a series, TV show covers. So let me know if you have any other suggestions other than Witcher and Last of Us. I think that's also some quite. But if you have other, I could do like one more, and let me know beforehand. That would be great because then I can prepare the sheet music. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for writing. Appreciate it.